Well, welcome back. Olga's in the kitchen with a grilling dad to show us how to beef it up.
Today I'm in the kitchen with the man known as Grilling with Dad, Maciek Zurawski, is that right?
That's it, you got it.
I got it right. He joins me with some quick and easy ways to beef up mealtime. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me. Excited to be here.
I'm thrilled you're here. We've got an amazing display. You brought a lot of protein to the table, my favorite, I will say. But first, tell me about your love of beef.
Yeah, so I've always had a passion for cooking, especially barbecue, grilled
Me
beef,
too.
steaks.
Love
right?
steaks.
It's delicious.
Medium rare?
Always medium rare. Perfect way to do it, right? And then about 6 years ago, my wife got me a grill for Father's Day. So I decided to start sharing my recipes on social media, on Instagram, and that's kind of how this all snowballed into what it is now. So I create these easy to follow recipes that anybody can make at home and cook for their families.
I always want to learn because I love to cook. I'm passionate about cooking. I love to grill,
Yep.
But sometimes I don't want to go outside. So bring it inside to the kitchen and kind of give me some ideas that you have created.
Right, so this is cooking on a cast iron skillet is the perfect way of
I
cooking.
have 2 of them.
Right, it's so super versatile and it's great for steaks because you get this amazing crust. So today we're gonna cook a New York strip. It's a USDA choice graded strip from Swift Meats. They are delicious, amazing. And we're gonna make this butter adding our fresh herbs. So we have thyme, rosemary, we have parsley, and you can really use anything that you might have at home for this. And then this will go on top of the steak at the very end. We've got some lemon zest, and basically just mix all this together. And this is room temperature butter, so it's soft, right?
Okay.
Easy to mix up. And then what I like to do is use plastic wrap to roll this up into a log, put this in the fridge, and let this firm up, right? So
What
you're
a
left
great idea.
with something like this. Right?
Awesome. And then when it comes to the beef, what are we
So let's
cooking?
do the beef. Let's get this out of the way. So today we're using this delicious USDA choice from Swift Meats. So we're going to season this pretty simply. We're going to do salt, right? You're going to go pretty heavily with the salt
Okay.
and pepper, right?
Sea salt?
Sea salt, yep, coarse ground, just kind of sticks better. And then repeat this on the other side. Flip this guy over. And while we're seasoning this, our cast iron is preheating. This is super important, right? You want to get this amazing crust on your steak. So again, season this. This is ready to go. And we're going to go with just a little olive oil in our pan and a pat of butter, right? You can see that melting.
I love when those 2 things are combined. I think it makes a huge difference.
It is. You know, the olive oil will prevent the butter from burning and help develop this amazing crust. And then our steak goes in next. So lay this down away from you. As you can see, it's just starting to sear. And we're not going to touch this for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's going to develop that crust. We're going to flip it over, then repeat this on the other side, and then pop this guy in the oven to finish cooking.
In the oven?
Yeah, so that's where the trick really comes in, is going to continue cooking the steak without overcooking the outside. This is going to be a perfect medium rare finish. You always want to make sure you use a meat thermometer, right, just to make sure that it's cooked to your liking, and it will be perfect. And then you just sear about 2 minutes. You don't want to disturb it. Don't touch it. Don't flip it. And 2 minutes later, we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side.
So you love meat. You've been a beef lover just like me. Swift Meats, I guess, paint the picture for me in terms of what the taste is like. Why are they different?
Oh,
Moist?
it's amazing. Yeah, it's super tender, very flavorful. You know, get that good beefy flavor coming through. And these
Protein
are,
rich?
Oh, super protein, right? They're very healthy. A 3-ounce cooked serving of beef has 50% of your recommended value of protein and 39% of iron. So again, you know, being a dad, this is super important when I cook for my kids. I want them to eat not only delicious meats, but also nutritious. And this is a great way of doing it.
And
right?
while you're cooking the New York strip, I see over here we have a filet mignon.
So we have a filet, right? That's a super tender cut. We have a ribeye, which is a little bit more fatty than the strip, right? You get that
my
fat
favorite.
rendering out. Oh, it's perfect. You have a top sirloin, which has more of that beefy flavor.
Okay.
And of course, the New York strip. So let's pop this in the oven. So the trick with cast iron cooking is after you get that nice sear, right? You flip this guy over. And then we're going to put this in the oven to continue cooking.
Really?
Right? Because it's not going to be fully cooked just with the cast iron, right? So you want to finish in the oven.
Now that I've never done before.
So this, again, this ensures it's cooked. And then once it's cooked.
How long would you have left it in there?
So a lot of this will depend on the thickness of the steak. You just want to make sure you use a meat thermometer to monitor the temperature, but about 3-4 minutes is what you're looking for.
That looks great.
Now when this thing is out, it smells amazing. You have this beautiful crust from the cast iron. Then we're going to take a couple pats of our compound butter, right? place it on top, and then while it's resting, the butter's gonna melt and just cover it with those herbs, that garlic, and make it super delicious.
This is so great. Any final thoughts before I dig in?
So you can go to Swift Meats to get more ideas for recipes, more inspiration. And one thing to keep in mind with steaks is you want to cut it across the grain. Once it's cooked, you can see the strands running in the meat. So when you cut across the grain, you get a more tender bite and a delicious final product.
Absolutely. For our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go, Chef?
Swiftmeats.com for more recipes and inspiration.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I do need a fork. I got the knife, and I can eat that whole thing. By the way, if you'd like more information on Swift Steaks, you just go to our website, thebalancingAct.com. We'll be right back.